In this video, I want to talk some about the positive and negatives of this cheap plane. In additional videos, I want to go more into about how negative aspects can be improved on. The first batch of these planes I ordered, they came from China and it took over a month to get them. Now, recently, they've been available on Amazon and you get them, within 2-3 days. Sometimes you'll see there's, dents in the styrofoam, but I don't think that's really a big deal. The propeller assembly that comes with this plane is probably worth the price alone. At least it was when it was $1. At 5 inches in diameter, the prop is a little small. I think it could be 5.5 or 6 inches. I experimented with putting a larger prop on. It was 7 inches in diameter, and now I've cut that down to 6. I'm going to make more flights with that. Another big advantage is this plane has relatively few parts, and it's easy to assemble it in a short time. And there's no, cutting with knives needed or anything like that for the students. The motor stick is not made from balsa. It's not terribly heavy, but it's strong. That's a problem I've had with a lot of balsa planes. The kids will break that motor stick. The kits will come with different colorful graphics. I don't know just how many different ones there are. It seems like about 3, but it's nice to have a more colorful plane and probably easier to spot it in the air and on the ground. Another good thing is the pylon. You can move that back and forth. It's a friction fit on that stick. In the past, I found some that were too tight, but now I've been finding some that were too loose and it can slide too easily, which is an issue. I'm not just sure on the best method to attach that. I'm going to work on that. You can glue it or tape it, but there's probably a better solution. I found this plane is really tough. I've had it crash right into blacktop at rather high speed and did no damage at all. Didn't even bend the prop shaft, which often happens when the plane hits hard surface. Now I want to talk about some of the negative aspects and possible fixes, or at least improvements. First of all, the rubber that comes with it is not too good, and it's too narrow for a single loop and too much if you double it up. And you want to replace that with a tan 2 rubber. Next thing I hear a lot of complaints about is the double-sided tape used to hold the wing stab and vertical fin. The wing, there's a plastic piece that goes on the top of the wing, so it'll probably hold the wing, but the stab seems to come off really easily, especially if you have it out in warm weather. Here you see where the stab has come off. The sticky tape is still on top of the stab, but it came off when I had it out in the heat. The good thing about the double stick tape is, you've got an instant bond. One of the biggest issue is the wing is just too soft, the foam. And if you don't reinforce it at all, it's going to bend too much. Now in this picture, it was really windy, and I had just launched it with a fast launch, and it just bent up something terrible. It'll probably straighten out a little bit as it gets through the initial power burst of the rubber motor. One person recommended using 3/32 rubber instead of the 1/8 that I've been using, as you have a little less speed there and the problem might not be as bad. In the next picture, you're going to see an airplane which I reinforced with both clear tape and some carbon fiber tape. But what I'm looking for is a material that's easily found and cheap, and something that the kids would use. Here you see that plane flying in some really strong wind, and the wing didn't bend just too much. I'm amazed how much wind these planes can fly in, especially if you get the wing stiffened up. I'm going to end this video with 4 planes that I have done something different. One plane I replaced the foam with balsa. Another one I used a little plastic piece on the center, and one I used some paper strip on the bottom of the wing and part of the way from the center section. I'm not sure I've found the best solution yet, but anything is better than doing nothing at all. That's just too limber. In the next video, I'm going to show some more about the different ideas and actually more flying of the plane.